everyone. Welcome back to the Play Life Better podcast. I am your host, Dr. Kelly Gallagher, here from the lovely Sisu studio in Washington Township, New Jersey. How's your summer going? Hope it's going well. We still have in New Jersey here about like a month left, so we're still rolling strong, if not more. To me, summer's like we're talking about end of September. So I know people are like, oh, back to school, fall, even though I did order our fall line coming up. Our fall merch is coming up. I literally just ordered it before I hopped on here, but still in summer mode overall. So hope you are enjoying the sun. Hope you're enjoying the fun summer. Today, with the sun, solar energy. I don't even know what moon cycle it is. I know there's a rocket going into the moon or something today. Why? I don't ask why. I don't ask why anymore. I can't let anything like bother me like that. It's weird. It's just weird times we're living in. So weird that I've been diving into more and more of quantum physics, quantum theory, all that fun stuff, but most importantly, energy and how energy moves in the body. Especially what I've been seeing patterns with our clients here have significantly impacted this energy work diving into. You may not, here's a board here, and if you're listening to this, you might not see this. It's okay. The notes are here for me anyway, so you can't see this. So I want to go over different areas of the body and how pain shows up. So it's pretty amazing how your thoughts, your outside, even stress impacts your body itself. So stress in all different forms impacts the body. It could be, physical stress as well as mental stress. And if you have both combined, guess what? It's going to be a little bit, painful there. Something's going to give. And what I've been noticing with my clients, especially over practicing now for 15 years and the past, 5.5 years, almost 6 in my own business here, and working one-on-one with clients. Now, your body and brain remember things. They remember past traumas. They remember past things that happened in your life, and it gets stored in the body itself. And there's different ways it can get stored. So it's pretty amazing how our different glands in our body match up with different energy centers. And I'm going to keep this as simple as possible. So you have a brain. So your brain is up here. Don't worry about those dots. Your brain's ideally in your head, not out there. But your brain's in your head, and you start to think a thought, and there's an energy loop here. And the loop, your thought stimulates an area. So if you think of, a part of your body or a um, certain thing ahead of time. Like, let's say I'm hungry for lunch. So that stimulates, and all of a sudden now you're ready for lunch. You're thinking about hunger, and you're literally, your body starts activating even before you even eat. You can see it in dogs when they salivate. You'll see, like, especially Barley, like he's drooling, like all over the place, like drooling, before his salivary glands start going, because he's just thinking the thought of eating. He's not even eating yet, to the point where there's puddles on the floor when he's watching me eat. But the same thing happens within our body as well too. You think a thought, it activates one of these energy centers. Now, they also happen to go along with your chakras too. So there is something to the different chakras. I'm going to lean more toward a little bit, I'm going to blend both here too, with the scientific and the woo woo, if you will, but it is not woo woo. It is part and energetic of life here. So if you think a certain thought, it bounces to an energy center. So it can bounce and then bounce back to the brain, and it creates this loop here. And then what happens is we can get stuck in this loop. And if there's an imbalance of an energy center anywhere along the way, that can throw us off too, and that can create some pain in that area. So I'm going to go over them in the beginning. So we're going to go from the bottom. The bottom energy center is where like your pelvic floor is. That is the root area. That is the root chakra or energy center. But it is sex organs, pelvic floor, things like that. That's the bottom. People with trauma in those areas tend to have a loop there. So we can have trauma with birth. We can have a trauma with something that happened in childhood, something that happened as a teenager or in college. There's a trauma there that will get stuck here, and we can see pain just starting there, and the energy just kind of gets trapped in this area. This center can move from side to side. So now, if you think of each energy center too, it's one loop around. It's not just here, it's circling the body like a hula hoop. So we got a circle, circle, circle of energy centers, right? So if there's trauma here, that's going to get stuck here. There's also energy. The next energy center up is your sacral. So that is, we're talking about ovaries, uterus, colon, pancreas, and low back. We see a lot of low back pain gets stuck in here as well too. So someone with low back pain might have a trigger that has set from before, from prior trauma, that they're holding onto things, and the energy is just getting stagnant here. That can add to low back pain as well. Interesting, right? Especially talking about the chronic low back pain conditions. Next energy center is the solar plexus, which is up here. So that's the solar plexus, this chakra. But the actual energy center in our stomach, it's our stomach, small intestine, kidneys, and adrenal glands. Now, these three energy centers are for survival. That's why things can get stuck here. So, all right, had to cut because speaking of saliva and salivary glands, Barley just had a little visit from our friends over at Shogun. Jenny came in to give him some chicken and salmon. So he's looking at me, drooling all over the place. So now we're back, and we were reviewing the solar plexus here: stomach, small intestine, adrenal glands too. So these three energy centers are our survival energy centers. They kind of keep us on alert, things that are our environment that are changing. If we're like people that are tend to be like angry individuals, kind of like hover in this, probably have low back pain, um, issues with pancreas, colon, uterus, ovaries type things. If people are more thinking they're not good enough type of thing, if they're not worthy enough, they might have some other issues with their stomach. So we've seen that as well come along into this process. Now, this has been researched and studied. I'm not making this up. So we have these different energy centers, and like energy, things can shift side to side. The goal is to have everything flowing freely here and making sure that we're going from the root, the bottom, to the top. So next energy center we have is our lungs, our heart, and our thymus. This is more outward stuff. This is our heart chakra. This is like love, spreading love to others, things like that. So we want to keep these energy centers nice and open too for abundance, same frequency as love, same frequency as gratitude, all that above. So higher frequencies there. But this is the next energy center here. So if this is off, we want to reset our heart chakra. Throat chakra is the next one, obviously. It's in our throat. Parathyroid, a lot of neck pain I've seen occur. Neck and shoulder, actually. So despite what my graph says, actually the neck and the shoulder, really, this is more heart. So if its shoulder is coming from here, there's we can get some shoulder pain going on secondary to neck pain if we have some energy issues with the throat itself, meaning like if we feel like we have to say something, can't quite get it out, or are have an issue with somebody that we need to say, talk about, work through. If something's stuck in this area, we're not defending ourselves for whatever reason, we see a lot of neck and shoulder pain here. Then we have the third eye, super powerful gland, the pineal gland, right up there. Third eye here. And then we have the crown, pituitary gland is up here. Now, one chakra that you hear some people talk about is one that's about 16 inches above the head, and that is universal connection. That is just over encompassing above us. So we, even though it's not necessary, that's the only one outside of our body, everything else is in our body. So the point is that overall is the woo-woo stuff, chakras, associate with different glands in the body and different body parts. So when we have stuff going on and people are like, oh, I want to cleanse your chakras are off, blah, blah, blah. Good. We want this energy flowing where all energy can't be created or destroyed, right? So it's flowing, free flowing here. We want to keep it going. When it's off a little bit between life factors is not only when we see pain in musculoskeletal stuff like muscle pain, stuff like muscle injuries, stuff like that, we can see as well as we cannot remiss what is happening emotionally. We have to look what's happening emotionally and physically to tie in to correct the pain. So, if your provider is only looking at not only a body part, whether foot, knee, hip, shoulder, whatever it is, that's can be a problem there too, because we have to look at how the whole body works. Same thing happens energetically. We can't tie in just energetic work and just do energy work. We have to do both to connect mind, body, energy. Right? You have to do both to get to the root cause. The root cause is most likely multiple layers. There's layers to every injury, layers stack up, and they get shown in the body. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're having some nagging pain and no one has looked at energetically where is that coming from. Something to think about, something to look into, something to talk to your provider about. And if they think you're crazy, talk to me about it, because we do not think you're crazy here. We're on the same level because mind, body, spirit all work together to create who you are as a person. And things that happen energetically in our lives, traumatically, show up in the body. I've seen it time and time and time again. So clear your chakras, do some meditation, and get that energy flowing, and then correct your movement form and mechanics too. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for listening to the Play Life Better podcast, where we help you play life better and keep working toward your goals, because this is one amazing life that we're living.